Furthermore, Andrew Chag has made measurements based on an extrapolation of the original stone's dimensions. He asserts that the slab is a perfect match to be an outer cover of the sarcophagus of Nectanebo II, now on display in the British Museum. This sarcophagus was long associated with Alexander. Chag asserts it to be the likely first resting place of the body of Alexander in Memphis, almost complete. Its intended occupant had fled Egypt, and the magnificent tomb lay unoccupied when Ptolemy arrived with Alexander's body, needing a temporary resting place fit for such a great king. Be interesting to see if the measures match with what we think Alexander's size was. That could be interesting to see. Both ancient source materials and modern scientific techniques offer multiple routes to investigate and identify the body purported to be that of St. Mark. Yeah, can they not radiocarbon date it? Not that radiocarbon is always guaranteed correct, but still, I would try it. Oh, there you go. Multiple carbon dating, DNA testing, and tooth enamel analysis techniques could be employed. Exactly. Understandably, these might be less attractive as they would require invasive sample removal from the body. I get it, but if it's small, I would let them do it. Don't cut the whole arm off, but if you can take some tissue samples that don't, I would absolutely do it 100%. However, much could be learnt merely from physical examination of the remains, so they haven't done it yet. Visual inspection could establish gender and age at the time of death. Good, yeah, that's another thing. Ancient historians have recorded 2 well-known wounds of Alexander that struck bone, one in the lower leg, correct, and one to his chest bone, likely the sternum. Evidence of bone damage and healing in these 2 locations would be reason to warrant further investigation. I absolutely agree. Lack of that damage would be sufficient to dismiss theories of the body being that of Alexander. Yes. Additionally, Manin's observation for the 19th century indicated that the skull was intact, leaving facial reconstruction an option. Yeah, I mean, facial reconstruction, sure, but then again, you can try and match it to some of the artistic representation of Alexander, but that will be a little weak. I think absolutely looking for tissue damage and most importantly bone damage, and in general, I mean gender and all that, absolutely this is what they need to do. Will it remain a mystery? Unsurprisingly, the Catholic Church has maintained an absolute refusal to investigate further. That pisses me off. It really pisses me off because at the end of the day, why? Stating that they remain confident in identity based on the observation of Manin. No, that's a cop-out. That's a cop. If you're confident, then let them do it. But then again, in general, relics don't matter to the faith. They really don't. They are allowed to take pieces of the alleged shroud of Turin, which had contact directly to Jesus, God himself. Then why do you have a problem with this? And then again, I think they should do it again, by the way, because it's still a piece of cloth. Regardless, whether it was true, authentic, or not, it's still a piece of cloth, right? Your faith is based on the living God, if you're a Christian. Hence, this fixation with, oh no, this is we don't allow that because it's a saint, it's a body of a saint. A saint is a human being, okay? God is the only one that matters from the perspective of a Christian, and therefore it doesn't make any sense that they oppose to this. I don't get it. Even let's say that they say, oh yeah, no, this is not Saint Mark, it's actually Alexander the Great. Wouldn't that favor tourism to the location? So maybe they're afraid that they're going to figure out that it's neither. So they do this, and then it's like a body that has nothing to do with this until they lose the... But then again, wouldn't knowing the truth be the right thing to do? So I strongly disagree with that. Actually pisses me off.